What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Geek. My name is Errol, your host. What's up? So, quick story, right? Let me see, where do I start this? So, I did a quick show. I believe it was Thursday night, a little after midnight. Quick 5-minute show to basically announce that, Kyle Tucker's been signed by the Dodgers. I had to catch a flight, obviously Friday morning, at 6 a.m. out of Tampa. So I couldn't really do a long show. Anyway, the whole point of this story is crazy, right? So I did that quick show late Friday or early Friday morning. I'm at the airport. I'm on the plane. I'm like, I guarantee Bo Bichette is going to sign like by Saturday. Anyway, the Mets pick up Bo Bichette, right? I'm sitting there going, man, I guarantee that after Bichette signs, I guarantee Belly or Cody Bellinger are going to sign either Monday or Wednesday, early next week. Scout's honor, right? On my parents' life. But I couldn't stream because I'm on the plane, so I couldn't do another show. And then once I landed at 9 a.m., in New Jersey, I was fixing some clients' computers, but whatever. I couldn't stream there because I was working, right? Got back Monday. Try to catch up on work I had to get done here. And then I'm in the office Tuesday through Thursday. I go, I guarantee, Belly's going to sign by Wednesday. Sure as shit, last night, Tuesday night, the Mets trade for Luis Roberts. I'm like, once I saw that, I'm like, dude, Errol. But I was working on some invoicing. So it was like after midnight. I'm like, just go on and say, I guarantee Belly signs on Wednesday. Sure as shit, I'm at work today. Cody Bellinger signs. So, yes, we have him back. Belly's back. Okay? Crazy stuff. I'm not 100% impressed. I'm glad it's over. It's been going on for too long with the Belly nonsense. Just nonsense. So, I'm glad that this is done. It's out the way. The Yankees can actually move on now with this storyline and kind of start to make moves, because to me, what did they do? They brought the guy they wanted back, right? They didn't do anything but that. Okay, they added, Ryan Weathers. Oh, I apologize. Ryan Weathers is the son of David Weathers. I didn't know that. I misbroadcasted that the other day. So shame on me. I thought he was, and then all of a sudden, I'm reading, I'm like, oh, he is, like, but Google told me that he wasn't. So anyway, it doesn't matter. He is. He's the son of Ryan, of David Weathers, ex-Yankee pitcher from back in the day. So there you have it. Cody Bellinger, $162.5 million, deal. The good thing about the deal, I'll tell the Yankees this, thank God Brian Cashman has some sort of a brain. It's front end loaded. So he'll be getting most of his money up front the first few years, and then it starts to trickle down each year after. So by the time he's willing to opt out, it's actually good for the Yankees. It's not a bad deal. Or if he decides to stay and not opt out, that salary continues to, it's more front end loaded. So that's good. So now here's the play. Now is where I want to see Cashman earn his paycheck. You got Belly back. What are you going to do with Jason Dominguez? What are you going to do with Spencer Jones? They both can't play if you got Belly in left, Trent Grisham in center, and Judge in right. Can't have them both, right? Now, Belly's great because I could see why the Yankees wanted him back. He is a better player than Kyle Tucker. I'm sorry, Kyle Tucker is a better player than Cody Bellinger. Excuse me. Scratch that. Reverse it. But the versatility for Cody Bellinger is what the Yankees kind of fell in love with. He could play center field and give Grisham a rest. He can play right field and give Judge a rest. He can play first base and give Ben Rice a rest, yet keeping these guys in the lineups as DH. So it doesn't change. That's the versatility aspect that you got to love. But it's a hell of an overpay. But like I said, thank you, Mets. Thank you, Mets. Thank you, Mets. Once they traded for Luis Roberts, Boris had nowhere to run except take that offer. Take the offer. because it was dicking with the Yankees, dicking around, dragging this out. And Toronto said they had no, interest in signing Bellinger. The Dodgers had no interest in signing Bellinger after just signing Kyle Tucker, right? Mets signed Bo Bichette. They're good. Let me tell you something. The Mets are looking pretty fucking good. They're looking pretty fucking good. The Mets, let's get off of Cody for a minute. Let's talk about the Mets for a minute in a positive light. And I'm not a Met fan. I fucking hate the Mets. I'll never be a Met fan let me stop. I'm lying. So I was a Met fan for a short amount of time. I was a girl in, I think, 7th grade, elementary school, whatever. Mary, nothing wrong with Mary. She's a good girl, good person. She was a Met fan, so to date her, I had to be a Met fan. I think that lasted 3 days. I said, I can't do it. I'm a Yankee fan. It was like puppy love. It wasn't anything crazy, right? So a buddy of mine, when I came to the States, when I came to New York, he's the one who made me a Yankee fan. What's up, Mike? Word up. Shout out to Mike out there. Taught me everything dirty in the world of sexuality, and also made me a Yankee fan. And I remember as a kid going, do they win? He's like, fuck yeah, they win. They win a lot. They're the best team. I'm like, you know what? I fucking love winning. I'm going to be a Yankee fan too. Right? I hate losing. I hate losing more than I love winning, but they were a legendary team. He explained the whole team to me, and I became a Yankee fan. So shout out to Mike. But look at the Mets here. The Mets really, 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 to me, are trying to make us look like the little brother, although we call them little brother because, they're across the street. Right? The Mets have, listen to this lineup: Francisco Lindor, Bo Bichette, Juan Soto, Francisco Alvarez, Jorge Polanco, Marcus Semien, Brett Beatty, Luis Robert Jr., and Carson Bench. That's a pretty good fucking lineup. I'm not sure about their pitching. They did work on their bullpen. They got Devin Williams and Luke Weaver from us, but I'm not sure how their starting rotation looks, but the Mets have a pretty good fucking lineup. They didn't like what they have. David Stern's got some balls. He let Pete Alonso go. Pete Alonso is now a Baltimore Oriole. Got rid of Brandon Nimmo and did a shakeup of this team. And on paper, this looks nice. Once again, all players have to perform, but on paper, this looks pretty good. Why can't the Yankees be like this? Why are we constantly under budget constraints? Can anybody tell me? Does anybody know? Why? Right? I don't know what's in Hal's checkbook. I'm so torn in a way that if Hal is really telling me the Yankees are not profitable, and maybe it's not as profitable as he would like them to be. Like, for example, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. So the Yankees made, over $700 million in revenue last year, possibly the year before that, something like that. So suppose he's bringing $100 million clear after all the bills are paid. I don't know this. I'm just hypothetically speaking, right? Suppose they're $100 million profitable. Dude, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I'll say it again. $100 million profit. Now, mind you, it's not small change, but you're bringing in $700 million. That's not good business. It's not even 20%. I own a business. I own quite a few. No, I'm some millionaire. But the comic books and stuff. I do a couple of YouTube shows for pop culture besides this show. But I'm at like 30-40% profit when I sell things, right? I can't be like Walmart where it's retail, where it's 100%, 200%, 300% markups. I'm nowhere near there. If retail doesn't do that, there's no retail store. They got to build a store, pay employees, power bills, light bills, water bills. It's expensive. Their markups are 200-300%. Or De Beers, the diamond company, 1,000%, right? Different. And then when you have competition, and for what I do, whether it's consulting work or whatever, you can't be at 100% markup. There's other consultants that can be cheaper than you that put you out of business, right? So you have to kind of gauge that. Now, the Yankees are not even at 20%. That's a problem. So to me, why wouldn't he pay to get rid of these minority shareholders like Patrick Bet-David, get rid of that jackass, buy him out, buy whatever other minority share owners that they have, and then get a hedge fund involved. I've said it before. Merrill Lynch, you're blue and white. Do you like the Yankees? The Yankee fans? You want to be a minority share partner and get some money in here and not live by these constraints. The Yankees cannot compete with the Steve Cohens or the Rogers Communication that owns Toronto Blue Jays or the Dodgers that are basically run by the Guggenheim Company. They're not going to compete with those teams. They're just not. They have way more money than Hal can ever imagine. And if he's being physically restrained because of said budgets, then bro, either sell the team or make some way for some improvement, but don't sit there and just take it. Don't sit there and be like, we're limited to what we can do. The Yankees are wasting Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole's careers. They've been dicking around for years, wasting those guys. Ever since they got Garrett Cole, they're just wasting time. Garrett Cole can't throw 98, 99 forever. You don't know what he's going to be this year. I do know this for facts. Both Garrett Cole and Judge will be 1 year older than what they were last year. So what are y'all doing? Next year's free agency sucks. Except for Tarek Skubal, obviously Freddie Peralta and a few others. There's not a lot of good position players out there for next year. So what are you doing? They had to bring Bellinger back. I get it. That's who they wanted back. I'm glad they got him back because I was sure as shit thinking he was going elsewhere. But the minute I saw last night that the Mets traded for Luis Roberts, as I say again, I saw a glimmer of my life. The dude's signing before Friday. I know it. It's either going to be tomorrow or Thursday. Scott Boras has no play. He's got no play. Made Belly a lot of money. I think it's an overpay, but it is what it is. Right? Now, what do? Do you take Jason Dominguez? Do you take a Spencer Jones? Do you take a Will Warren and or Luis Heel and package a prospect together for Freddie Peralta? Is that enough? I say it's too much. I say Luis Heel, Jason Dominguez, or Spencer Jones, and that's it. And that to me is overpaying. Now, this is why I can never be a GM. It's not about winning every trade. It's about the trade being fair or a slight overpay. What do I mean, guys? I mean this. I have to buy the subscription, but it's called like Trade Reference or Trade Value. It's a website that you could actually put a player in there and see the trade value. So let's just hypothetically say that, say Freddie Peralta is a 20 on a trade value. I don't know what he is. I'm just saying. Say Jason Dominguez is a 10 and say Luis Heel is a 10. That's a fair trade, 20 to 20. That's a fair trade. Could you throw in a prospect and overpay, say you throw in, say, like a Ben Hess or somebody else, and maybe Ben Hess is a 5 or a 3, whatever it is. The Brewers would win that trade by, you've got another player that's pushing over that fair equal trade mark, and you get 3 players for 1. You would call that a win. But I don't think that that's what's going on. I think that these teams want to fleece. They want to get more. They might want a Elmer Rodriguez. They might want a Carlos Lagrange on top of Ben Hess, on top of Luis Heel, on top of Jason Dominguez for what, 1 year of fucking control? Fuck you. No fucking way. Fuck that shit. No. Nope. Fair is fair. We'll overpay a little to lose, but dude, for 1 year control. And then think about this, guys. It would be in the Yankees' benefit to get a Freddie Peralta type because you don't know what Carlos Rodon's going to be. You don't know what Garrett Cole's going to be. Clark Schmidt ain't coming back till August or September. You don't know. Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, any one of those guys can go down hurt this year in spring training. You saw it last year. You saw it where we lost 3 guys. We lost Garrett Cole, we lost Luis Heel, and Schmidt. All gone before opening day. Crazy. It can happen again. That's how people get injured. So you got to have another frontline starter in there. The problem is, what is with the overpay? And what I just said, like, it's almost like I'm contradicting myself, and I hate being this way. You can't waste Garrett Cole's time. You can't waste Aaron Judge's time and career. But yet the overpay makes no sense to me if I were a GM either. Because guess what? Next year you got Tarek Skubal on the market. You could pick up Freddie Peralta if you want him. I wouldn't sign him long term. Not when Tarek Skubal's possibly available. Not to mention, Paul Skeens is 1 year more arbitration year eligible from the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're not going to pay him. Even if the Pirates cough up $40 million a year or $45 million a year for Paul Skeens, they're not going to pay him that. So why would you work out a trade then? So there's too many possibilities, I guess, that's running through my head if I was playing this game of GM, to where I'm not giving up 3 prospects for 1 year of Freddie Peralta. So hopefully the Yankees can talk to maybe, if Freddie Peralta had 2 years of control, I'm doing the deal. I'm definitely doing the deal. But I don't know. There's a lot to think about there. So with that said, what's the Yankees' next play? What is their next play? Hal's crying poverty. We don't know if the team's making any money. We're wasting Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole's career. And we're trying to figure out how to put this team together. And then Cashman has the audacity to call up said A-Rod or Derek Jeter. Why are you guys talking stuff about my roster construction? Dude, it's plain as day. To what? To have the hopes that maybe Anthony Volpe comes back and plays better? That maybe Austin Wells has a better year? That's a lot of fucking hope. That's a lot of fucking hope. So I hope the next play is to trade from some of our depth pieces and get a frontline starter, whether it's a number 2 or number 3 starting pitcher to help bolster the rotation. And then maybe, I guess, at the trade deadline, you can try and fix some pieces, I guess, if you need a possible infielder. If Volpe doesn't perform, I don't know. As I said before, Volpe should earn his way back. It shouldn't be given to him. So, like I said, don't want to stay on too long. I got more work to go do. I still have more invoices to go do. I got to eat dinner. But Belly's back. I'm glad this nonsense is over. It's been going on way too long. Way too long. So we'll see what the Yankees' next move is. I'm thinking they got to make a move. They got to make a move and keep progressing forward this team. Right now, the offseason to me, C-, C+, somewhere around there. I don't think it's that great. Could they get another batter? Or they need a right-handed bat? Could they pick up a possible Austin Hayes or maybe, can't even do that yet because those guys are not going to want to platoon. Austin Hayes and Harrison Bader will not platoon. They're not. They're going to want to start. So we'll see how this plays out. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate you guys watching. Belly's back, guys. Belly's back, and we'll see what the Yankees do from here on out. Once again, apologize I couldn't be on. I was working out of state. I'm back. So we'll see where this goes. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Appreciate you guys a lot. Put a likes up, get some likes in there, and comment, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. I'm Errol from Sports Geek. Later.